So last year I tried growing potatoes, both Yukon Golds and sweet potatoes, and it was pretty much a total fail both times. And especially with the sweet potatoes, I put a whole lot of work into it and got a couple of potatoes, and it was horrible. So this year I am a glutton for punishment and I'm going to try again. So I have two different containers that I'm going to grow my Yukon Gold potatoes, and I bought organic seed potatoes from a home store or something. I can't remember where I got them, but you can always just do it yourself. Create little seed potatoes from organic grocery store Yukon Gold potatoes. You could Google that. It's pretty easy to do. So what I did So what I did is I mixed pretty much equal parts of growing mix, of vermiculite, sphagnum peat moss, and some compost. I have mushroom compost at the moment, so that's what I'm deciding to use. And so I mixed all of that up in my wheelbarrow, and this is one of my containers. I really have no idea what this is. I found this on my property in Virginia, and I'm using it to grow potatoes. So what I did is drilled a whole bunch of holes in the bottom, and I will show you that in just a second. Maybe you can see those holes, and maybe you can't, but I drilled a whole bunch of half-inch holes in the bottom of this plastic container that I'm going to use to grow potatoes. So in the bottom, I have, I don't know, 4 inches of my mix or so, give or take. And then I'm going to go grab my seed potatoes and set them in there. These are my seed potatoes. I actually cut them up and made sure that they had several eyes on each piece. This one just happens to have a lot more than several. See, this one doesn't have a whole lot. And then they've been sitting out for about 3 or 4 days to dry. You don't want to cut up your seed potatoes and then put them right in the ground, because there'll be a greater likelihood that they will rot. So let me take this one right here, and I'm going to place it in the bottom. I'm just going to sit it there. See? I will probably put 4 in this container. And then here goes another one. I'm going to have the eyes facing up so they don't have to work too hard. And if you've got any big clumps, go ahead and break those up. Okay, here's another one. And then this one's kind of funky. I'll do this one. Sit it down in there. And then what I'm going to do is take some of my soil mix and cover it up with a couple of inches. Now what I'm going to do when these start sprouting, once it gets probably like 6 inches tall or so, I'm actually going to put some straw in there, because potatoes like really loose soil, and the straw will help the soil from compacting. And so I'm going to add straw and then probably some compost from my compost pile, and make sure that it's a nice rich soil. You don't want to overwater your potatoes either. Pay close attention to the kind of rain that you're getting and make sure they don't get overwatered, because that's what happened last year. I've actually seen people put umbrellas in there just to protect the potatoes from growing. So that's all I'm going to do right now. I'm going to give them some water and then go ahead and put them outside, and hopefully they will grow, and we will have a follow-up as they start to grow. The potatoes do like warmth, so since temperatures really aren't that warm yet, it might take a little while for them to take off, but we will see.